Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. Let me get right into it here. As you can see, the 69 EV Bug is back, which means that it's got a headliner. So that's kind of cool. Huge thanks to Octavio and his team next door, who literally turned this around in less than 24 hours for us. As usual, their work is outstanding. Show this a little bit here. You can see how good this looks. Yeah, those guys are the best. So that's just a shadow, which you see there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so headliners turned around. That was kind of one of the major things that I wanted to get done on here before we go ahead and put the body on the pan. That and at least get a good start on the wiring, which is, you know, for those of you that have been watching, already got a pretty good start on it. It's time to start adding switches and so on. What I did today though on this car was started adding some lights. So it's got front indicators now. I took the bulb holders for those and completely restored them. And so what it was we're using, I think it's 64 to 67 front turn indicators. And then we used the original bulb holders from this car, which are for dual filament. So it'll have running lights and then directional indicators as well. So for a 69, at least Wolfsburg West doesn't make the correct lens and housing, the chrome piece for it. So we kind of went a little bit earlier on it. Looks very similar though, and then by using the bulb holders off this car, which were in pretty nice shape, it still gives us all the functionality of having running lights and turn indicators. So kind of a cool little touch, I think. I think they look really good on there. Pretty happy with how they came out. These parts, the lenses, the chrome pieces, the seals, all this is from Wolfsburg. This is pretty much who we get all that kind of stuff from, Wolfsburg West. So huge thanks to those guys. Wiring is from them too, if I hadn't mentioned it previously. So yeah, a lot of time goes into this kind of stuff, restoring bulb holders, tapping holes, cleaning contacts so that the lights actually work. And got a pretty good start on the back too. I dug the housings out. They were painted at the same time as the car, but they were squirreled away in our shipping container that we use for storage. So dug them out. The little brackets on them where they actually mount to the car were a bit mangled, so took a while getting those straightened out, and then tapped the holes on them and so on so that the lenses screw in easily, stuff like that. A few minutes spent doing stuff like that makes subsequent steps a lot easier. When you go to put the lenses on, for example, you're not having to force the screws in because the screw holes are full of paint or something like that. It's better just to get everything tapped and clean, and then it's a real pleasure when you go to put it together later steps. So anyway, yeah, those are on now, and they're bulb holders, which I'm reusing the original too, like the front. So I went ahead and restored those, got those looking pretty good. They were in pretty good shape, just kind of a cosmetic restoration on these and then cleaning up contacts and so on. I was actually impressed. These plastic pieces here, which are like a snap fit in there, they came in and out without breaking any of the little tabs off. I thought for sure they were gonna bust apart, but I really wanted to take them out so I could paint the metal part of the housing, and yeah, they were still pretty compliant, came out and went back together with no drama. So I think I got lucky on that one. But yeah, they're basically ready to go in. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then the other thing I restored today was the original headlight holders. They were actually in really good shape. They were just cosmetically super ugly. And even though, you know, again, this is one of those parts that literally no one will see after the car goes together, but the way we build cars here at Vintage Classic Specialist is, you know, it doesn't matter if somebody sees a part or not, we still restore it and want it to look as good or better than when it came from the factory. So yeah, I went ahead and restored those. Again, this is probably the one and only time anyone will see them will be on this video, but we know that they look nice. And then if somebody goes to change a headlight in the future, they don't open up their headlight and see some ugly unrestored thing on a car that they paid good money for a restoration on. So that's just how we do things. The other thing for this car that I did today was started sourcing some materials for the interior. The headliner obviously is done, but seats and door panels and carpet. So today I actually went and got carpet. So you can see we're going with kind of a charcoal gray. And this is German square weave carpet, so super nice quality. And then the seats, I might have mentioned before, we're gonna go with leather on those. And so we've got the colors picked out, but we might have to change one of those. So here's the sample of the carpet for your reference. And then for the seat centers, I'm not sure how well you can see this, the lighting's not great over here. For the seat centers, we're going with this kind of like a medium gray. It's called charcoal. And that's going to be perforated, kind of similar to that. So this is already, they had that in leather. I bought a single hide, which is what we need for the seat centers. And then originally to go with it, we were going to go with a slightly darker charcoal. So this was the combination that we were going to have. Let me get some more light on here, maybe you can see better. So this is the combination that we were going to go with. But it turns out that this darker charcoal here may not be available for a long time. So we may go with something slightly different like this one, which probably looks the same, but this is actually considered a very dark blue. I think that might work well with this car. Since the car is blue, it'll kind of tie the interior and the exterior of the car together. But yeah, Rafa and I are going to sit down next week and look at it and see our different choices here and determine what we're going to go with. But either way, yeah, it's going to look really good. We're very excited about the interior on this car. I think I might have mentioned the seats are kind of custom seats. They're scat seats, which look a lot like a Recaro with a lot of bolstering and stuff. And so I think they're going to be real comfortable for the driver and passenger. Stock back seat, but it's all going to be done in leather door panels, and then the German square weave on the carpet. So yeah, it should be a really nice interior. I'm actually very excited about it. So that's it for today. It's Thursday, so Rafa was out, so nothing really to report from him. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, please click like. Thanks, guys.